Hey guys, welcome to Product Overviews with OPMH. My name is Brad, and our goal here today is to give you more ideas on some of the products that we carry that you may decide to pick up and how to market them better, how to sell them better, how to create the need to have these products in your stores, and why customers should buy them in the first place. First, we're going to talk about our Watson Reserve series. It's a line of 5 different tobacco flavors that each have a different counter note to the Watson flavoring. The first is OG Watson. Then we also have Watson Gold, Watson White Gold, Watson Rose Gold, and Watson Platinum. The first, OG Watson, is kind of the flavor that started it all off before we even created the Watson Reserve line. And what it is a vanilla pipe tobacco with notes of vanilla. Kind of your classic, Cavendish pipe tobacco blend. It offers something a little bit sweeter for those that don't want something so bitter as your typical American blend tobacco. But at lower wattages and a little bit more of an MTL setup, you'll get more of that rich pipe tobacco-y flavor, versus if you crank the wattage up, it almost comes off like a custard vape that's a little bit less savory because you get that tobacco note that counters some of the sweetness that you incur with the vanilla. From there, we also have Watson Gold. Watson Gold is interesting because it's both a coffee flavor with the vanilla Watson. So what that creates is almost like the coffee and cigarettes vibe that a lot of smokers are looking for. Once again, at lower wattages, you get this nice, robust, dark coffee note in behind the tobacco flavor that you already like from Watson. But then once again, when you crank the wattages up, it all comes out like a cappuccino. You get a little bit more of that richness. You get a little bit more of that sort of cafe flavor that some customers look for when they're using sub-ohm setups or mesh tanks or anything like that. We also have Watson White Gold. Now, White Gold is in the description, it describes itself as an extra creamy or a premium cream tobacco. So some people wonder what makes it so different than Watson, and that is the detail that we apply to the actual cream note in White Gold. It's a little bit different. The White Gold has a little bit more extra care to it. It has a little bit more depth. It's going to be something for those that like that cream note versus the tobacco to give them a little bit more for what they're looking for. Watson Rose Gold adds something a little bit different to the already creamy line of tobacco vapes that we carry with Watson because it's a raspberry tobacco. Now, some people will see a fruit tobacco and think of a cigarillo. They'll think of something kind of cheap and artificial tasting. I kind of think of it more along the lines of cured tobacco, how they have apple smoked tobacco and things of that nature. You almost get that kind of robust smokiness with the raspberry, and it's not toned up too much. Honestly, when it comes to higher wattages, I think this one retains a little bit more of the tobacco flavor compared to some of the others, but some people really, really like that and maintains that sort of sweet tanginess of the raspberry all the way through, and people can kind of get that vibe no matter where they're vaping at. And to finish it off, we have Watson Platinum. And Watson Platinum is a butterscotch tobacco, which to some might seem like too sweet of a counterpoint with something like tobacco, to have that sugary sweetness of the butterscotch, but to also have a dark, robust tobacco flavor with it, and it comes out awesome. Once again, like some of the other flavors, I really do feel like with higher wattages, the counterpoint, the butterscotch, so to speak, really comes through a lot more. Tones down a lot of the sweetness that some cheaper made butterscotches have. It's not drowning in sweetener. It's not something that absolutely ruins your coils from the sweetness. You inhale, you get that sweet butterscotch, but then when you exhale, you get that nice tobacco that calms a lot of those notes down. Thanks again for joining us and being a valued customer of OPMH. We look forward to continuing an awesome business relationship with you.